Cam Scatterboo was a toe away from an amazing touchdown. Jaxson Dart is firing on all cylinders, and Abdul Carter is absolutely ridiculous. It's safe to say this is definitely going to be one of the best Giants draft classes we've ever had. What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. Today, we're going to be recapping day 4 of New York Giants training camp for the 2025 season. Here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I kind of forgot that they had practice on Sunday. I don't know why. I just automatically thought they didn't have practice on Sunday, so this was a surprise video for me. Quick reminder as well, make sure you guys join the Pick'em League. Link is in the description. The password is 27 Squad, lowercase s. Some of you guys put the uppercase s because my dumbass put the uppercase s in the description, but use the lowercase s, 27 Squad. Also, consider joining the membership page. We're going to be doing a lot of film breakdowns that's going to be put on the membership side of the page, again, because the NFL is on my ass about demonetizing my film breakdown, so we're gonna put it on the membership. I do want to start off with one. I seen Ihmir Smith-Marsette out there. Of course, I'm not there myself, but just from everything that I'm seeing, I seen Ihmir Smith-Marsette out there again running with ones and twos, I believe ones and twos, but you did not see Jalin Hyatt out there, so I'm thinking that Jalin Hyatt is still not available. Also, Wan'Dale Robinson got banged up for the second straight practice as he ran into Dane Belton. This time he wasn't he didn't go back into the locker room. He just stood on the sideline, but I don't know if he got much work in after that. There wasn't much of an update on it, but not the best of luck for Wan'Dale. All right, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this, man. Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart is really impressing me. I'm doing a video later on this week based on everything that I'm excited about going into this season. And I talked about Jaxson Dart to a certain degree on his development and how I'm not really rushing to see him. But I'm really excited that he's kind of getting his stride going in these training camps. He had a terrible first day, and then it progressively got better as the day went on, as he went 11 of 13 today. I don't believe he threw a touchdown. There was almost a touchdown to Cam Scatterboo. It was a ball thrown on an out route to Bo Collins. It pops up in the air as they go to fight for it, and it almost comes down into the hands of Cam Scatterboo. He was literally a toe off from an amazing touchdown. It's still a catch in my book. It's practice, so you know what? We're gonna call it a touchdown. And what a play. That was the last play of practice. Imagine ending on that note. I mean, that's cinema. Absolute cinema. But Jaxson Dart was on fire today. I mentioned that he was 11 of 13. That's a amazing stat line. They didn't have a lot of touchdowns today because they were way far back. They were in their own territory, the offense was, so it wasn't like red zone drills where the odds are if you're going to complete a pass, it's probably towards the end zone or in the end zone. But there were a lot of deep passes to go around. One to Bo Collins, where Bo Collins kind of stopped on a dime and caught it at the high point of where the football was. And we'll talk about Bo Collins in a second. But Jaxson Dart, Russell Wilson also hit Malik Neighbors deep down the left side of the field. So you love to see that as well. And also, you had the best play of the day, Russell Wilson on a deep go route down the left sideline to Darius Slayton, who makes a one-handed grab. There you go, Slayton. Happy to see Slayton back in the groove of things, and going to be a really good compliment to Malik Neighbors for this offense. I said on Twitter for the Malik Neighbors catch that people who aren't Giants fans have no idea what kind of meaning these plays mean to us when we're seeing this in practice, because we just didn't see much of that in 6 years with Daniel Jones. And I kid you not, this is no exaggeration, and I hate to keep bringing up Daniel Jones, but it amazes me watching these practices how much we missed these normal things that every team does. We don't see it. We haven't seen it in a long time, and I'm excited that now we are. I said we were going to talk about Bo Collins, and I'm really excited for him. He was a guy during the undrafted free agency class that I gave one of the best opportunities to make the roster out of all the wide receivers listed, because the Giants just needed someone on the outside. It's just a bigger body threat. The Giants have been looking for that type of guy in multiple regimes. We just weren't able to come up with one. We tried going, the lesser route with guys like Colin Johnson, Corey Washington. You could name a bunch of guys. Then we went out and tried to get veterans like Brandon Marshall and Kenny Galladay. We weren't able to find guys like that. It looks like Bo Collins could be a good piece, maybe a guy that can make the practice squad. The wide receiver unit is just so saturated, so I don't know. I just don't know if he would have a spot there, but he's working with the twos consistently and one of Jaxson Dart's favorite targets. I want to briefly mention Abdul Carter because it's getting kind of repetitive talking about Abdul Carter all the time, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be annoyed about, but I kind of want to talk about all these other players. But Abdul Carter keeps making the rounds in these articles, making highlight plays, giving us something to talk about. He's just beating everybody. There was a play where he got beat by Jermaine Illuminor, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because there's a lot to talk about in that play completely. But Abdul Carter again had multiple would-be sacks today against the ones. He's running with the ones consistently, as he should. He's the number 3 overall pick, but you know how it goes. A video later on this week based on things I'm excited about, and spoiler alert, Abdul Carter is a huge part of that. All right, I really wanted to talk about this Russell Wilson play to Darius Slayton because if you look at it, if you just glance at it, yes, you see Russell Wilson throwing deep down the field on the left sideline to Darius Slayton, and Darius Slayton makes an amazing one-handed grab. And you would say, well, that's pretty much it, right? I mean, that was an amazing play, but look what happened everywhere else around, okay? I want to point your attention to, I forgot who recorded this part, but was only paying attention to Malik Neighbors and caught Malik Neighbors absolutely dusting Paulson Adebo off the snap. Just the smoothest inside release you'll ever see. Just exploded out the gate. Paulson Adebo, legends say, is still on the line. Abdul Carter trying a spin move and getting absolutely stonewalled and halted by Jermaine Illuminor. So Jermaine Illuminor is not going down with a fight. He's the veteran, and he's gonna, I guess, show the rookie that he's not that good, although he may be. We talked about Cam Scatterboo earlier, but he continues to have an amazing camp. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I love Tyrone Tracy. I know the family of Tyrone Tracy has watched my videos before. I don't say this in any disrespect at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Cam Scatterboo takes over as a starter. He just does so much. And I know Tyrone Tracy also does, but I don't know. There's a juice to Cam Scatterboo. There's a juice to him that just, I mean, he's unstoppable a lot of the times. And if you checked out that beautiful run by Cam Scatterboo, you'll also see a familiar face or a familiar number, and that's Evan Neal lined up at guard, who opened up that hole, sealing that gap to get Cam Scatterboo through there. So as everything that I'm hearing right now, Evan Neal is performing like decently. Again, I always say this, and Dan Duggan, I believe, said this as well. It's hard to really gauge what the trenches are doing performance-wise. It's hard to really gauge who's really like developing, except guys like Abdul Carter is just flat out beating everybody. It's hard to really gauge who's really doing well, but Evan Neal is consistently taking reps and splitting reps with the ones, so that's something of note. And we have a turnover today. Andrew Phillips, who had a pass breakup on 7-on-7s, comes back on full team drills and bats up a pass by Russell Wilson that later falls into the hands of Javon Holland, catching it over Malik Neighbors. And we finally have another turnover, and we have Javon Holland actually participating, because I haven't seen much of him or heard about him in quite a while, but he was there to snag that interception for a turnover. So that is it, guys. That's all the news we have today. A lot of exciting stuff, especially coming from these rookies. You would think like guys like Paulson Adebo, Javon Holland, Kayvon, Brian Burns, or even Russell Wilson, you would think that these guys would be taking over camp, because this is such a young team with a lot of established veterans on it, but it seems like the rookies are really taking over camp, and you would love to see it. It's all about the future, baby, especially with this regime. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!